Earnings season isn't over yet. We're still getting a good number of companies, a couple hundred reporting. It's been overshadowed by the coronavirus issues, however, so I don't know how many people are paying attention, but you should be, because these 5 companies are going to have coronavirus impacts. And they're going to want to talk about it on the conference call. So now's your chance to find out what's really going on with the economics of the coronavirus. Now, some of them, you might be surprised, could benefit from the coronavirus. So I've included them here. It's not all doom and gloom. So you're going to want to tune in with all of these and other companies reporting to hear what they have to say this week. But let's find out, what are the 5 companies? Let's jump right in. The first one out the gate is Ambarella. Now, I mainly chose this one because it's one of the few big tech companies reporting this week. So we're going to find out at least a little bit what's going on in that neck of the woods. You can see that it has a great earnings track record here. It hasn't missed since 2016, since our data began. These shares are off their recent highs, like everything is here on the worries. So again, this is a good one to tune in on to see what exactly the impacts are happening in their industry. Then we're going to see Splunk. This is another one that maybe has the hottest chart of this week. Splunk hasn't missed either since 2016, so great track record as well. These shares busting out to new all-time highs with the rest of the market here in 2020, and then the sharp pullback because of the highs. So what is Splunk seeing? They are a data company, so might not have that much impact, but still worth tuning in to see what's going on with them as well. And then one that will have an impact, but in the positive way, is Zoom. So ZM is their ticker. It's not Zoom as their ticker. It's ZM. They only went public last year. They do the video system. So if your employees cannot get to wherever they need to go for the meeting, you get a subscription to Zoom Video. And as you can see, everybody's piling into this stock. It's one of the few that has actually been up since the pullback in the overall stock market. It's pretty hot here, but this is one you're going to want to tune in on to see what they're saying the demand is like for their product here in the first quarter of this year. And then another one that could see some benefits, although you can't tell from this chart, not quite yet, is Costco. It has beat 4 quarters in a row and has been already seeing good numbers up until the nervousness surrounding the coronavirus. So you get the big pullback there because the shares were trading on the highs. But as the virus has spread in the US, a lot of shoppers have gone to Costco. There's been a lot of pictures of people waiting in line, clearing out shelves of like just basic supplies. So what is Costco seeing in the consumer here? This is also one you're going to want to watch. And then we're going to finish it up with Funko. Now, this company makes toys. They make those collectible figurines, plus they do board games and other things that are based on popular culture. Now, this chart is crazy. I actually own these shares in my own personal portfolio, but one of the reasons you might want to be watching them is because they do manufacture in China. Now, they had some issues with the tariffs going on, and they've been moving some of their manufacturing out of China, but how badly have they been hit by the shutdown there? We don't know. That's something to watch. Plus, in addition, they've already warned on the corner. Well before the coronavirus even became an issue, they were warning on their own sales for the fourth quarter, which was the holiday quarter, and then they guided 2020 well below what everybody was thinking. They're looking at high single-digit to low double-digit sales growth for 2020. What's going on? Has the consumer just basically saying no now to the Funko figurines? We don't know. So it's a combination of things going on, but these shares really weak here, as you can see, but it's a good one to tune in on if you want to know what the import-export situation is like with Chinese manufacturing. So as you can see, a lot of different companies going to have different impacts depending on what their business is, obviously, and how much exposure they have. If they have exposure to Chinese manufacturing, if they're importing, if they're exporting, if they're in travel, if they're in any kind of hospitality, these are all good areas to look at when you're watching these earnings reports. But some of these are going to see some good issues around the coronavirus and some maybe not. But it's good to tune in on these conference calls as always, because that's where the real news will be. Now, earnings season is continuing on next week. There's going to be some more retailers. We're also getting more retailers this week, and then it'll kind of start to die off. So I'm continuing with the videos. You don't want to miss a single one. You can go to Zacks.com/YouTube and see all of our video content there, but be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single one. And I'll be back again next week with some more earnings charts.